Do you have a pair of really favourite old slippers which are really, really comfortable and you absolutely refuse to get rid of because they are so comfortable and feel so relaxing when you put them on? Well, that's what I'm going to talk about this morning. My name is Mandie Cran and welcome to my moment of reflection for the week when we're talking about slippers. I've been doing these for about 5 years now, these moments of reflection, and really my aim is to help you take a step back from your busy day, take a step out of the world and perhaps to see things from a slightly different perspective. And please like and share as we go through, and especially if you think there's somebody this might help, then please do forward it onto them. So, slippers. You can put on slippers, but you can't carpet the whole world. I've had a pair of fantastic slippers for a long, long time, which have been really, really comfortable. I'm sure you have too. Mine had actually been chewed by the puppy, so they had no stuffing left. There were bits of stuffing falling out all over the place. The seams are completely gone, but I kept on wearing them because they were warm and comfortable, and I knew them. And I'm sure you've got some slippers like that too. The problem is, though, that we actually end up wearing those slippers way, way, way beyond their best. And we know that, but we can't bear to part with them because they're so comfortable. But the thing is that actually once they've got past their best, they don't provide any warmth, they don't provide any support, they're probably dropping bits of fluff all over the house, and actually there's no point in keeping them. But because they're warm and comfortable, we do. And our lives are a bit like that. So often we hang on to something, even though we know it's not the right thing for us. We know that actually there's probably something far better out there, but we hang on to it because we know it. It's in our comfort zone, so we're comfortable with it, and it's a known factor. And as human beings, we very much hate change. And I'm sure you've seen that around all the time. And so therefore, even if that change might be better, we still resist it. Which sounds a dull thing to say, but that's the way it is. And to give you an example of this, I was speaking to somebody this week actually, who's in an awful lot of pain. She's got a very nasty condition, joint pain, headaches, nausea, can't control hot and cold, all that sort of thing. Anyway, she's going through treatment and she's been improving quite dramatically. So she's a lot better place than she was. But she turned to me this week and said, do you know what, even though I know I'm getting to a better place, it's actually really hard to change my outlook, because even when I was in pain, I knew where I was. I could sort of manage it internally, and I sort of withdraw myself, and I knew it, whereas actually it's quite hard to accept that things are changing. And I thought that's a really scary place to be, to actually be in such a bad place that you don't want change. And sadly, quite a lot of people are in that place. And we can relate that to slippers really, because when we look at slippers, we know there's a point where we have to get new ones. And sometimes we actually should bring that point forward. We should say, actually, let's just be done with the old ones. Let's get rid of them and let's get a new pair. And that's really what I want you to think about this week, is to think about your slippers and reflect on whether it's time to actually get a new pair, but also reflect on whether it's time to change something else in your life as well. Because if you're in your comfort zone with a boss who's not particularly nice to you, or a job that doesn't pay very much, or a pension plan that is not going to give you what you want in retirement, we will tend to stay there because it's our comfort zone. We don't like change. But actually this week I really urge you to have a think about whether all of those things are exactly what you want, or whether actually in reality you'd want something better, which might mean change. It might mean actually going out and buying a new pair of slippers, both physically and metaphorically. The other thing about slippers, as the quote goes, is you can't carpet the whole world. And while it would be lovely to help everybody change and get to a place where a better place for them where they want to be, the reality is that most people don't want that. So my view is to help somebody change their slippers one person at a time, and then once I've helped that person to change their slippers, then they can help somebody else to change their slippers. And the same goes for you too. You might be able to help somebody in one area, then they can help somebody else. So really we can only change the world one person or one pair of slippers at a time. And trying to change the whole world at once is probably a bad idea, because not everybody will conform, because we all like being in our comfort zone. So I hope you found that of interest. If that applies to you, you think that actually you would like to metaphorically move on with a new pair of slippers, then please do get in touch, because I might be able to help you. If we haven't met yet, then my name is Mandie Cran, and people come to me when they realise that they need to make changes in their life if they want to have better health and quality family time in the years ahead. So if that's you, again, please get in touch, and we'll be very happy to have a chat and see if I can help you. So that's my moment of reflection for this week. Please do join me live on Facebook next week at 10 o'clock, where I'm going to be talking about seasons. It's obviously that time of year. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a fabulous week.